called the EUDAT Summer School in Kajaani, where it is warm enough to have a swim, right? For everybody who wants to take the sea. We're going to have the introduction now into kind of who's who and from where. And this will be done by Deborah Testi, who's our terms of EUDAT user engagement coordinator, and she's also the project coordinator and manager of DICE, which is one of the European projects which is funding your stay here, and which is ending at the end of the week, so it's really the absolutely last chance to be here. Deborah, unfortunately, is injured, which is the reason why she's not here, but will make the introduction remote from Italy, from the Cinica supercomputing. Deborah, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Hope
please.
you can also hear me well.
Yes, I have something like this, but I don't have a gong, so otherwise I would now put it on. Please.
Okay, so thank you, Claudia, for the kind introduction. I'm very happy to give the opening of this EUDAT Summer School, and I'm very happy to see all of you there. Sorry, as Claudia said, I had injured my shoulder, so I couldn't join you in Kajaani, but I hope it will be both fruitful on the learning point of view, but also a very fun and social week for all of you, and that you will enjoy. So I will use just some minutes of your time just to give a quick introduction on what is EUDAT, in case you don't know. Give a quick overview of the different services that EUDAT offers, because you will hear a lot of names during the next days of the different services. So just to give you a wrap-up overview of what it's all about. Then a few words on the summer school itself, the objectives, some information of all of you that are attending, and the program, and few additional logistic information. So I will start, first of all, what is EUDAT? EUDAT is a collaborative data infrastructure, is one of the major infrastructure in Europe, and the EUDAT vision is that data should be shared and preserved across borders and disciplines. And to achieve this vision, EUDAT offers a set of services that are interoperable to support researchers in the different steps of the research data lifecycle. This is one of the possible representation of the research data lifecycle, and basically what the EUDAT service covers is almost all of it, if we exclude the processing and data analysis part. So we have at least one service covering all the steps of the research data lifecycle. So EUDAT members, we have more than 20 institutions across all of Europe, mainly. We have also our CSC colleagues that are hosting in Kajaani the event, as well as a limited company that takes care of the administrative and financial management of the infrastructure, and then different both providers and communities across Europe. So when EUDAT started in 2010. Then we had a couple of European funded projects that allowed us to develop the different services you will hear a lot in these days. Then in 2016, we signed the current partnership agreement that we have across the different service providers and EUDAT members. That is supporting us at least until 2026, but we are already in the process of discussing and renewing the agreement that will support EUDAT in the longer term. We still get EC funding support through projects like the one that Claudia already mentioned, which is DICE, which is now ending, and it is the objective was to offer the service free for researchers and to provide support, and is now ending, but is also supporting the organization of this summer school. EUDAT has been involved since the very beginning, also on the European Open Science Cloud initiatives. We have been and we are partner in many projects related to European Open Science Cloud. So we are strongly supportive of the initiatives and one of the main contributor and initiator of this. And also all the services that EUDAT offers are part of the European Open Science Cloud offering. So this is the one presentation of the service suite that we have of the different services. We have data discovery, data access and sharing, data management and preservation, and user management with different service in each of the category. I will just say a few words looking at this from another perspective. So if this is the common representation of the data pyramid. So you have at the very bottom the raw data and the hardware that stores the raw data. And then if you go up to the top, you get to the public data that are made available to everyone. And if we look at this this presentation, what EUDAT covers is all the central part of the pyramid. So we have what we call personal and project workspace, which is basically our B2 drop, which is meant for midterm storage of resources, mainly for active data, so data that are still being processed or updated or changed, and for sharing across team. Then we have archive, and on top of this, we have what we call policy-based data archive, which is B2 safe. This is meant for more mid and long-term storage of resources for non-active research data, and it allows to add on top of the resources also policy, data policy management, like replication, assignment of persistent identifiers, and many more. Then we have our EUDAT repository, which is B2 share, which is obviously for long-term data sharing to a wider public and to make the data compliant with the FAIR principle. And then we have the services that are meant to allow discovery, which is B2 handle for persistent identifier association, and B2 find, which is our service to harvest repository and to allow search of data sets. I will just say now a few words on each of these, but very briefly, because then we will hear really a lot more on these services in the next days. So B2 Find is open to anyone in terms of searching facilities. As I was saying, it harvests repository from many different sources, also from the other EUDAT services, but also from repository from other communities and institutes. And it allowed to have a quick overview of the available data to browse and search for specific data set that then can be accessed or downloaded when possible. So it's a unique collection of data set, and it allows also quite easy searching of the different data that are harvested. B2 Handle. B2 Handle is the service that allows to assign prefix and persistent to once as technology, from the technology point of view, quite simple, and it allows the to keep the reference to the data set in the long term, also for publication and other reference. B2 Share is our public repository. So even researcher, it assigns automatically DOIs and persistent identifiers to the data objects. We have also the possibility to create communities with extension of the metadata schema for certain search domain. So it allows to make the data available to a wider community and broader audience. Then we have B2Safe, as I was already mentioning. The main advantage of B2Safe with respect to basic storage is that customized data management policies can be implemented. Data can be assigned persistent identifiers, so it can replicate data set across site for safety reason. And there can be optimized access. It allows also to bring the data closer to computers, and in particular high-performance computing centers where data can be processed and analyzed. B2Drop is our sync and share service. So it allows to synchronize multiple devices or multiple versions of data. It can be accessed via its web interface, but also via desktop clients. It has already implemented an integration with B2Share, so then when the dataset is stable, it can be automatically published into B2Share. Anyone can just log in and use it up to a certain amount of storage. Then premium offering is available for larger allocation of quotas. And then we have B2Access. B2Access is our authentication and authorization service, which allows seamless access to all the services with different community identity provider being integrated. And also on this, you will for sure be starting using it very soon in the different session of the school. So this was just to give, sorry, let me close. There is a huge noise here now, obviously. Sorry for that. So as I was saying at the beginning, the EUDAT services have been designed and are being maintained and implemented to be generic, as much as generic as possible, so to be used in any scientific domain. We have already community using them from 17 different scientific areas. We have users from many different countries, both in Europe and outside Europe. We have a different strategy of access depending on the kind of usage. So we have offering of the services that are addressing single researchers and have free access, but also solutions that are designed more around community or small teams, and all of the services can be customized or tailored with respect to the specific community needs if needed. So why this summer school after this quick introduction on EUDAT? So EUDAT has been always very active in training and dissemination. We have videos, webinars, and a lot of activities that different providers are doing, both with respect to the single services, but also in general on data management practices. We started the series of summer school in 2017. We had stopped during the COVID pandemic, but this is the first summer school that we are having after the COVID didn't allow us to have in-person meeting. So the objective is to support anyone interested, researchers or data managers, in learning about data management practices, how to use the services, how to configure the services. And we normally give special attention to hands-on and practical things. So you will hear most of the session will be designed around some presentation, and then you actually doing some practical work with the service, so to really practice with them. And use cases will be used to showcase specific features or specific part of the services. This year is the first time we have 2 parallel tracks in the school. So we decided this year to split in 2 parallel tracks, one for user and one for providers. So the one for providers is more related to how to install, configure, and make the service available to other users, while the user track is more actually using the services for specific research question. So just a few words on how many applications we received. So we received 52 applications to participate to the summer school. So it was quite competitive. We have 35 approved and you 26 are attending the school. What I'm very proud as being a woman in project management is to see a lot of women applying and being selected to attend the school. So for the first time, I think in an EUDAT event, we have more women than male from the students, which is very, very good. And we have, many of you are from many different countries, also outside Europe, which is also very nice to see. So this is the program. I will also share it because this is the very last update I had on the program. So apart from this session and a couple of other sessions on Wednesday afternoon and Friday morning, you will always be split into the two tracks. So usually you will use the same room where you are now, while the provider track will have another meeting room. Yeah, just you have a couple of moments during the week where there will be meeting points, like this evening at 6:30, meeting point in the lobby for the reception dinner, then a colleague from our communication team, Joanne, will join, I think, tomorrow or something like that. And she also were keen to do so. Just please help her in providing your inputs. And we are very keen to collect different views on how you are interested in the summer school and what you are getting from that. On Wednesday afternoon, we have also a session which is trainer providers and user mixers. So a moment where all you students and trainers will come together in the same room. We will be collecting or in advance some questions you might have into a shared doc. I will send you the link immediately after this session. So if during the different session or during the days you come up with questions, you can just put them there, and we will, during the session, there will be a chance to interact with the trainers. I will send also during the week an evaluation survey where we would like to hear from you on things that we can do better next time, or what you liked, what you don't like, so that we can learn and use this for the future. The only other thing I have from the logistical point of view, I think Rosa will take a picture of all of you after this opening before you split into the different rooms for our social media manager that is keen to post about the summer school. And then obviously if you have any questions, Rosa is our expert on site on the agenda and everything that is going on, so you can ask her of any of the colleagues that are there, or simply post the question on Mattermost and someone will answer you if you don't want to bother people in person. So that was all from me. I hope you will enjoy, and I wish you a wonderful week in Kajaani. I hear that there is also very nice weather, so lucky you. Enjoy also the nice midsummer break in Finland. I don't know if there is any question. I don't know how much.
One question was
how good I can hear you, but maybe Claudia, you can do the. Or Rosa.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Claudia?
Yeah.
The one question was where for the shared presentations for your presentation now and where the place is. It's the B2 drop, so maybe you could send the link again in Madam Host, please.
Yeah, I will create a folder with all the final version of the presentation so that we can share it with all of you, and I will circulate the link. Also, my slide will be there, and also from the different session we will share the PDF as soon as
make a picture with you and us?
That is impossible. I will not be in the picture, but that is not a big problem. Okay. Or our experts in communication, they will manage to add me in the picture.
Yeah, like virtually, and then with artificial intelligence included.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Any other questions for logistics now, or no? You're overwhelmed. Okay. Settle down. Again, we don't have an official introduction like who's from where, blah, 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 but you're old enough, you should manage to. We will meet at 6:30 this evening and do a kind of informal, and then we try to mix, like force everyone to talk to someone else. Not really, no, we won't. But that will be the chance to do this introduction on like face-to-face in real life, I would guess. Okay, Deborah, something else from your side?
Not that I can think of at the moment. Thanks to all of you, also trainers, for being there and for the effort you put in preparing the summer school, but I'm sure we will be in touch during the week. And obviously for the closing, I will try to see if I can join again remotely for the closing session.